Share screen.
Okay.
Not surprising.
Alright, let me join that. Check all your plays.
Fuck you, bitch.
West Coast and multiple defense. I heard that's the new tube defense.
It was faster it is right here, I think.
Why would you have heard that?
Alright. Jerseys are good.
Bracing.
Just throw yourself under the bus, man.
I'll post my stream before you post yours if you want.
It's fine. Okay, I'm getting it now.
Just let me know when you know you can hear Tom, or if you can hear me. No, when you know you can hear Tom, or if you can hear me.
Good luck, you two. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Alright, bro.
Shit, I forgot what's gonna keep repeating. I don't think you can hear you right now, Tom.
Good luck, you two. I'm gonna mute my mic.
You can hear Zach.
Tom doesn't want none of them hot mics.
Alright, we should be up now.
Tom doesn't want none of them hot mics. Just know, Joey. When escape is called, I'm yelling.
Yep.
We're out.
Raw comments equals suck. Go Cowboys. Appreciate it, OG. Alright.
Hold up, Jay.
That's fine.
Yeah, I need to fix something in my setup really quick. My bad. Give me 10 seconds. Alright. Are we all set, boys?
Yep. Tom?
Yep.
Alright,
Yep.
I'm muting my mic.
Good luck, Joey.
Good luck to Buscus.
It is almost time, boys. Season 1 culminates here in Glendale, Arizona. We have one final matchup of the year, and it's for all the marbles. Philadelphia, New York. One of these two teams is going to walk out of here a Super Bowl champion, as we have just beautiful shots here from Glendale, Arizona. And it looks like the Eagles will get the ball to begin the game. The Jets, the 2 seed in the AFC, against the NFC's 2 seed. Both teams won their division, the East. Both teams went 14-3. Both teams won 2 games to get to this spot. And Watkins will take that out of the end zone for a touchback, and we are ready to get going here. Super Bowl 49 in the NFASL. In real life, I think this is Super Bowl 52 or 53, one of the two. Either way, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles will start it out. They got the all-black jerseys on. And it'll start on the ground. Jalen Hurts, who had a big run last week against the Panthers at a touchdown, will start this one, the big one. He gets away from Ashton Davis, and on the first play, Jalen Hurts will have a touchdown. 75 yards. You talk about fireworks. You talk about wanting to get right to start the game. You talk about making a splash play. Check all 3 of those boxes off if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, as your quarterback just did it with his legs. 75 yards, and that has been the only weakness on the New York Jets defense all season. They have been getting gashed in the run game. Last week we saw Joe Mixon go wild in the divisional round. It was the rookie Isaiah Pacheco. He was running up and down the sideline against the New York Jets. So let's see if they can work on the run defense, as the offense will now take the field. As this will look like another touchback. Braxton Berrios, who had a kick return for a score last week in the AFC Championship game, will take that one for a touchback. So now the proverbial pressure is on second-year quarterback Zach Wilson, hailing out of BYU. Season again went 14-3, led the NFASL in touchdown passes and in interceptions. So Again, that's a hallmark of Coach Toby's offense, as this one starts on the ground and goes backwards. Jordan Davis, who was clearly the most impactful player in the NFC Championship game. He had an interception. He had a couple of sacks, as well as 3 tackles for loss. Starts the Super Bowl out the same way he started out the game last week. First throw for Zach Wilson, looking for Garrett, and it's punched out. Great play made by Gardner Johnson. Of course, New Orleans sent him over to Philadelphia right before the start of the season, and what a pickup that has been for the Eagles. He had an interception last week to seal the NFC Championship game for Philadelphia. So, 3rd down and 11 now for Zach Wilson. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back on the field. 4-man rush from Philadelphia. Picked up well. Wilson looking to the right sideline, and it is incomplete. Looking for Ruckert, but Marcus Epps in the coverage vicinity, and the Eagles force a 3-and-out. Not often you call Spencer Mann's name. The Jets are one of the fewer punts in the NFASL. They send one away here. Quez Watkins at his own 30. Dart away from one tackler, try to work his way to the other sideline. Can he find the edge? He's at the 35, and he is pushed out by Davis. Nice tackle and great pursuit angle there by the safety, and we have an injured Eagle. I think that's TJ Edwards, who is grasping his shoulder. So we'll keep an update log for Mr. Edwards, and the Eagles offense now on their 2nd drive of the game, just 1 minute and 9 seconds in. Hurts, 1-play touchdown on the last drive. This time they go Sanders. This time it's another big run, and Davis is along with Carter with the tackle to the 41-yard line of New York. And for Edwards, looks like he is going to be able to return. He is injury diagnosis is probable to return. New set of downs for Philadelphia in Jet territory. First pass today. Here comes pressure, and it will get home. C.J. Mosley along with, let's see, I think that was the right end, but the former Raven, C.J. Mosley, first to the quarterback there. And it's a loss of 11. So that brings up a 2nd and 21 for Philadelphia. Jets with many bodies at the line of scrimmage here. Play clock down to 1. They send some on the outside. Quick throw, complete for Sanders, as he breaks the first tackle and is churning forward for yardage. And he works his way to the 35-yard line. And nice throw from Jalen Hurts. That was the hot read on that play. You saw the blitz come from both sides, and Hurts was able to dump it off to Sanders, the former Penn State running back, and he did the rest. So 2nd and 21 turns into 3rd and 4. Play clock down to 4, and the Eagles will call a timeout. Weren't going to have enough time to get that play switched over there. So first charge, timeout, 6:57 to go in the first quarter of the Super Bowl. And this is Super Bowl 49 here in the NFASL, which, Super Bowl 39. No, 49. Which, just thinking about that is incredible. As long as the NFASL has been standing, 49 Super Bowls. So next season will be Super Bowl 50. That's just magical to hear. Throw over the middle, complete. Quez Watkins inside the red zone to the 15-yard line. Watkins with a big game last week, had the touchdown reception to start it out, and then made a couple of nice returns for the Eagles later in that game. Here's a handoff for Sanders, and what a block from Mailata. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The RPO read bubble, and you see the pancake block from left tackle Jordan Mailata. He did a fantastic job clearing the way for his running back. And the Eagles' first 2 drives both end in the end zone. Could not ask for a better start if you're a Philadelphia fan. Again, for an Eagles fans, this might feel like real life with the 2017 Eagles team. After being tormented your whole life, a lot of fans probably thought this day would never come to see the Eagles in a Super Bowl in the NFASL, but it has come. Coach Joey Bacchus in year 1 has taken his team to the Super Bowl, and against a foe that is more formidable than most in the AFC. The New York Jets, again, Coach Toby won 2 Super Bowls last Madden, looking to add to the repertoire this season. As Corey Davis with a nice set of moves after the catch, he's got a first down, and that's the first completion today for Wilson. That will go for a gain of 11 yards. Corey Davis, of course, coming over from Tennessee a couple seasons ago in free agency. And it's personally, I just find it kind of funny. Tennessee had Corey Davis and A.J. Brown, and they let them both go. So you can imagine what that offense will look like now with A.J. Brown, of course, on the Eagles and Corey Davis on the Jets. So a little bit of a Tennessee Titan receiver reunion here in the Super Bowl. As Wilson will look for his running back, Breece Hall. He ducks Epps and is up across the 45 to the 42-yard line of Philadelphia. And for the first time today, New York is in opponent's territory. Breece Hall, rookie out of Iowa State, was the Big 12 Player of the Year back in 2021. Bradbury in coverage there on Ruckert, but the catch is made by the former Ohio State Buckeye. And he's approaching the 35-yard line where he will be tackled. So after starting the game 0 for 2, Zach Wilson has completed his last 3 throws. Trying to get this to a consecutive completion of 4 in a row. On second down and short 3 yards. This will be a completion to Berrios working across the formation. And a first down. Braxton Berrios, again, we talked about him earlier. Doesn't get a lot of targets, but it seems like when he does, he makes a big play. Had a touchdown against the Bengals. I'm sorry, he had 2 touchdowns against the Bengals. One that kick return, and then he also had a receiving score that put the game away. Wilson. This is a quick throw. It's Hall. And Breece Hall to the 26-yard line where he will meet Darius Slay. Great matchup so far today. Eagles defense has done a nice job on the Jets. They forced a 3-and-out on the opening drive. You see their offense has done their job scoring touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. Second down, spread formation. Stepping into the pocket, looking end zone, and it is incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended target, the former SMU Mustang, working on James Bradbury. And that was a great play there from the Eagles corner. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. Same yardage to go. And the throw to the right sideline is complete. That's the tight end, Ruckert. Second completion to the tight end this drive, and another Jet first down. We are under 2.5 to play here in Glendale, Arizona. First quarter of the NFASL Season 1 Super Bowl for Madden 23. This is Super Bowl 49. Blitz is picked up. Wilson is looking end zone. He's got a wide open Berrios, who makes the catch for the Jets touchdown. Here is the extra point by Greg the Leg Zuerlein. This would make it a 14-7 game, and the kick is good. So after the Eagles jump out to a 14-0 lead, we see the Jets go on a 7-play drive to cut the lead in half, and Braxton Berrios able to complete it with a touchdown grab. So the Eagles, both touchdowns on the ground. Jets have scored their only touchdown through the air. Has been what we've expected so far. The Eagles more of a ground and pound team. Jets, of course, wanting to hit you with the aerial attack. Hurts again, keeps it. This time we'll find a much less desirable run. This will be about 2 yards, but again, already off to a spectacular start. 77 yards on the ground. Had the long touchdown run to start out the Super Bowl. This is an important drive, though, however, for Jalen Hurts. Now that the Jets have gotten their footing under them, they scored a touchdown. How do you respond here? Hurts is going to throw in a triple coverage. That's how he responds. And this one is going to be an incompletion. Just trying to work that pass to Dallas Goedert, but the Jet defense was all over it. So a nice deflection there brings us to 3rd down, where the Eagles will start with a spread formation. Calcaterra, the tight end there on the field, to replace Dallas Goedert. Might be a little fatigued there after that last play. Here's 3rd down. Hurts, middle, and it is batted down by Mosley. Fantastic coverage from the former Alabama Crimson Tide linebacker as Calcaterra, the intended receiver. And the Jets now forcing a 3-and-out. Here's Saipas to send this away. Berrios at his own 25. Will be tackled immediately at the 29-yard line, so give him 2 yards maybe. And the Jets will take over at the 29. New York found the end zone on their last drive with the Zach Wilson, Braxton Berrios connection. But it was Jeremy Ruckert who had a couple of big catches, as well as Breece Hall in the passing game on the last possession. This one will start with Breece Hall in the quick pass and picks up maybe 4. Zach Wilson again averaging 10 yards an attempt. Breece Hall already 3 receptions on the Super Bowl's first quarter. And Kaiser White, who had a pair of interceptions last week, made the tackle. Zach Wilson, complete. Breece Hall once more. First down to the 41 as White again there to make the tackle. First quarter comes to a close here from Glendale. Super Bowl 49 here on the NFASL network. Eagles leading the Jets 14-7. New York has possession of the football as we start the second quarter. Super Bowl 49. I formation for New York. They will have both Breece Hall as well as their fullback on the field as Breece Hall takes the carry and will find no yardage. The Eagles front four, a mesmerizing front. And they did a good job last week on Christian McCaffrey, limiting him to under 50 yards rushing. And Breece Hall, it looks like the same is going to be the case here today. Unless the Jets' offensive line can get some holes paved, could be a long one on the run game. Wilson, across the middle, completes. That could be first down yardage. Let's see where the ball gets spotted. Yes, it will be. Ball judge motions for the first down, and the Jets have now moved the chains on consecutive throws. Second down. Let's check that first down. Wilson is able to find Ruckert. A falling grab to the 32-yard line and a nice display of arm strength from the BYU product. So Wilson has completed his last 5 throws. Here's a blitz pickup there by the Jets offensive line, going right back to the tight end Ruckert. He picks up a block. He's inside the 15 and hit hard at the 13-yard line. Zach Wilson here starting to dissect the Eagles defense. Back-to-back drives now inside the 15-yard line. Last time they were down here, Braxton Berrios was able to finish off the Eagles defense with a touchdown. Wilson will look to throw again. And this one is a completion to Hall. No, I spoke too soon. He dropped it. White was in coverage, and that will be an incompletion. So already 16 passes from Zach Wilson, just 2 runs. And that's the type of disparity you expect to see from the Jets. They don't run the ball too much, and if they do, it's usually to keep you honest. On second down, they go empty. Wilson, plenty of time. Will look right for Berrios again. He has him again. Touchdown! Braxton Berrios with his second score of the first half. This one will be reviewed, and as we send it upstairs, it looks like it will be upheld, and it will. So Braxton Berrios, a pair of first half touchdowns, and the Eagles' 14-0 lead has now been erased. Extra point is good, and we are now squared up at 14. 8-play drive, 71 yards, 3 minutes, 53 seconds come off the clock, and the Jets now knotted up. So the Philadelphia Eagles offense, after seeing a 2-possession lead go by the wayside, trot back out onto the field. 7:09 left in the half. Jets defense has found a couple of answers for Jalen Hurts in the last drive. Let's see if we see some mini adjustments here on this next one. This would be possession number 4 for Philadelphia, and it will start on the ground. Miles Sanders, who has a touchdown in the game already, picks up 4 more to the 29-yard line. And you're seeing the game plan for the Eagles. They're trying to play that ball control style, limit the opportunities for Zach Wilson in the offense, move the clock, move the ball, and of course find the end zone. Hurts now going to take the top off the defense here, and he's got him in stride. That's A.J. Brown. Forget what I just said. They take a huge shot to the 6-yard line. Holy moly, what a throw. And, man, there are some serious questions as we now know how the NFASL lottery has shaken out. Jalen Hurts may not be an Eagle next year, but if he decides to stay, that might be one of the throws that kept him here. Getting to the Super Bowl, what you'd think in real life would get him there in real life, but, you know, Madden, we always want to have a quarterback you can develop instead of a stock guy, but handoff on first down and goal. We'll get to the 4. Mosley there for the tackle. But a huge response from Philadelphia after giving up consecutive touchdowns. They now find themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Hurts flushed out of the pocket looking right. I see 4 receivers that way, but nobody open, and Hurts will have to throw it away. So trying to run what's called the flood concept there against cover 3. Essentially what you want to do there, you get 2 or 3 different receivers to stress out one defender, make him have to choose which guy to cover. Unfortunately, here in the red zone, it gets really hard to find those openings. Here on third down, pressure, picked up, throw, end zone, touchdown! A.J. Brown, he had the big catch earlier in the drive, and he gets the drive to seal out with a touchdown. And the Eagles go right back down the field, and that's the first passing touchdown today. And we have an injured Eagle. Andre Dillard, the former first-round selection. Not sure what happened there on the kick, but he is stumbling to the sideline. Barrios will not take this out, and it looks like it's just a cramp there for Dillard. More than likely, they'll get him some Gatorade and get him back out on the field for the next possession. So after punting the ball in the first possession, the New York Jets have scored touchdowns in their last 2 drives. This game has started to pick up here. Eagles defensively have not forced any turnovers or gotten any sacks yet. They do have the one tackle for loss. As you see, Jeremy Ruckert, he's having himself quite a first half already with his 5th reception. And again, Wilson going right back to the air here as we're under the halfway mark in the second quarter. Looking right, this one was a overthrow. Looking once more for the tight end, that would have been to C.J. Uzama, former Cincinnati Bengal. So now in the backfield on this play is Elijah Moore alongside Breece Hall. And Wilson will look right, and it is an incompletion. Those animations are always tough. You see the ball get caught, but you can't see where the ball is, and then a couple seconds later it just falls to the ground. So a couple of incompletions here after Zach Wilson's consecutive pass streak ended. It's now 3rd and 10. Jets need to get to the Eagle 38-yard line to keep the drive alive. 4-man rush. Picked up nicely from the Jets offensive line. Wilson all day to throw. Waiting for someone to develop over. And now he runs out of time. And he's brought down by 3 Eagles. Reddick, Sweat, and Davis all there to make the sack. And the Eagles defense make a splash play when they need one and set up another punt. Spencer Mann trying to do the coffin corner, get the Eagles down inside the 20. Not successful at that as Watkins is able to retrieve it at the 20 and immediately is trying to run to the outside. Can he get there? He can't. Once again, Ashton Davis playing that edge so well. And the Eagles will start the drive at the 25-yard line. So that'll be a net return of about 5 yards for Quez Watkins. Jalen Hurts has shown versatility today. This will be a run for Miles Sanders, and he can't even get a yard there. Back to the line of scrimmage as Mosley again was penetrating into the backfield. So the Jets, so far, after the first possession of the game where Jalen Hurts gashed them for the 75-yard touchdown run, they've done a nicer job at limiting the big runs. Here's the pressure. It's picked up. Sanders. Nice tackle made by Mosley in the open field. 31-yard line. And it brings up 3rd down and 4. And yet again, as we hit the 2-minute warning, you're seeing the chess match between these two head coaches. Jets, when they send that pressure, the Eagles are just dumping it off, trying to hit that hot read. And again, when somebody blitzes you, that's kind of the play. You want to get the ball at your hands quickly. You can't hold it too long. So let's see what the Jets do to respond to that. It's now 3rd down. 4-man rush from New York. Eagles offense is giving Hurts time. He's going to fire down the right sideline where Brown is wide open. Beautiful play call, and the Eagles convert on 3rd down. As you see Hassan Reddick help his teammate A.J. Brown up to his feet. 3rd catch today for Brown. He's got a touchdown, had that big reception, and he just adds to his numbers here in the first half as the Eagles trying to keep their momentum going. Jets get the ball to start the second half, so Eagles would love to have a 2-possession lead as Jalen Hurts puts on the gas. He now cuts to the left and is inside the 25, and just on 3 carries today, averaging over 30 yards a run. To be exact, I think he's at 31 yards a carry as you saw him put his foot in the ground like a good running back does, cut it back, found the hole, and was able to pick up 16. So now it's 1st down. Eagles taking their time here. They got the 3-by-1 set. You see Dallas Goedert and A.J. Brown in the slot. And here comes pressure as the screen set up, and it's executed perfectly. Miles Sanders waltzes into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jets sent the man blitz. Eagles countered with the screen. And that's all you can ask for as this extra point is good. We had some extracurriculars there. The gunner came screaming off the edge, and I'm honestly surprised that a flag wasn't thrown there. That looked like it could have been a roughing the kicker. Nonetheless, Philadelphia scoring 4 out of their first 5 possessions, up 28-14, and really putting some game pressure on New York. Here's Berrios, who had a kick return last week, is trying to do it again, and he's brought down from behind at the 36-yard line. Braxton Berrios providing a little bit of a scare and almost got the Jets right back into the ball game. New York with all 3 timeouts, minute and 2 left in the half. See if they can get done here. They'll start out with interception. That's what they'll get done. Avonte Maddox, this could be a house call. And it is. My goodness. Another touchdown. And the Philadelphia Eagles now with 35 in the first half. This is not something that we saw coming here. I thought this game would be a little bit more of a back and forth seesaw variety. But right now, it has been all Philadelphia. That's the first turnover by either team today. Zach Wilson, that is not the time you want to be throwing interceptions late in the first half. And now Berrios forced to take this one out. He'll get to the 10, picks up a couple blocks, and is tag teamed at the 20. Avonte Maddox with the pick 6 for the Eagles. They had a pick 6 last week. That one was Kaiser White. So consecutive weeks, the Eagles defense has found the end zone. Wilson will get right back to it. He's got that kicker mentality, short memory, as this one is more of a throwaway, nothing available there. And you see the numbers for Zach Wilson, 14 of 22. He's thrown for 175 yards, pair of touchdowns, and the interception a moment ago. On second down, Jets from their 21-yard line. Wilson back to throw. Steps up. Here comes pressure up the middle. He'll throw in traffic, and he's picked off again. Nakobe Dean. And when it rains, it pours, and the Eagles have a chance to add onto their lead even more. 38 seconds left in the half, and that's the classic pressure interception there. You saw Jordan Davis coming up the middle, and when a defensive tackle gets free, quarterback can't step up into the pocket, and that typically forces the quarterback to make a dangerous decision, and it did not pay off. So first down, we see Miles Sanders on the inside zone. He gains about 3. And the Eagles were the ones to call the timeout there. 35-14 our score. Philadelphia, of course, this is their first ever Super Bowl appearance in the NFASL. And for Coach Joey, this is his 5th Super Bowl appearance, hoping to finally get off the schneid here. Jalen Hurts up the middle, first down and more, breaking tackles inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. And man, have we seen a Herculean effort from number 1 on this Super Bowl day. Glendale, Arizona, home of the Arizona Cardinals. And the Philadelphia Eagles, of course, made a trade with those Arizona Cardinals to acquire a first-round draft pick. They sent Lane Johnson, Miles Sanders, and Hassan Reddick over to Arizona. So here we are. It's Miles Sanders, cuts back, runs into Mosley. Eagles do not have a timeout, but should be able to spike the ball, and they do. So 13 seconds left. Eagles at the 3-yard line. Field goal would give you a 24-point lead. It would still be 3 possessions. Of course, a touchdown moves it up to a 4-possession lead, and that would be so crucial here as we wind down the first half.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hurts from the gun. Immediately rolling to his right, and will throw it away. That's a smart play. Nothing available, and we saw pressure from the left defensive end. So Jake Elliott will trot out into the field. Eagles head coach has seen enough. He just wants to take the points here. Chip shot from the 3-yard line, left hash mark. It is good. 38 points in the first half from Philadelphia. They've gotten 2 interceptions, one of those returned for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts has run over 100 yards today. A touchdown on the ground, has tossed a touchdown in the air, and Miles Sanders also with a rushing touchdown today. Braxton Berrios out of his own end zone works up to the 22, and the Jets will have what looks like one final play before halftime. So again, folks, those of you just joining us, the score was 14-all with about 3 minutes to go in the second half. And since that point, the Eagles have outscored the Jets 24-0. Here is an incompletion. Wilson will throw that away, and that is the end of the first half here from Glendale. Philadelphia on top of New York 38-14, as we're going to send it down to the Super Bowl halftime show. And I don't know if it's Taylor Swift or Rihanna. I've been seeing multiple reports about that. But either way, one of those R&B or pop singers is going to do us the honors here. So welcome back to Glendale, Arizona. 38-14 our score. Jets get the ball, and Barrios will have to take it out of his own end zone. Breaking a tackle before meeting Zach Stoll. That's the backup tight end of Philadelphia at the 24-yard line. So for Zach Wilson and the New York Jets, first drive of the game, they had to punt. They scored 2 touchdowns, but then after that, the New York offense has sputtered out. 2 interceptions, no points. Wilson will start this with a completion across the middle. That is Corey Davis up to the 30-yard line. So no huddle being used by the New York Jets. Coach Toby, a 3 or 4-time champion. It's kind of bad. I don't know how many. I think it's 3. But Garrett Wilson is going to make that catch across the 40 to the 44, and he's been rather quiet today. That's his first catch after scoring 3 touchdowns in the divisional round and another 2 against the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. First down. Nothing available for Wilson. He's got to hold the ball, and then he will throw it away. Great coverage there from Philadelphia, the man-to-man, locking everyone down for the New York Jet pass receiving group. So Zach Wilson will operate from the shotgun once more on second down. Wilson, right sideline, caught. Ruckert down to the 21-yard line, and he's been Zach Wilson's favorite target in this Super Bowl. 6 catches today. You see again the run-to-pass disparity. 28 passes, just 2 runs. Shot to the end zone, caught by Wilson. Touchdown, New York. And that's one of those high-point passes where you just ask your receiver, go up and get the football, and boy, did he. So after the shutout in the first half, Garrett Wilson, 2 catches on this drive and the touchdown. And it looks like the Jets are going to go for 2. This would cut the lead down from 3 possessions to 2, make it a 16-point game. So, of course, analytics tell you need to go for this. Early stages of the third quarter. Jets just scored a touchdown, now looking to cap it off with a 2-point conversion. Zach Wilson will throw back end zone. It's caught, but Davis can't get the puppies down. Incomplete, no 2-point conversion, and it will remain an 18-point deficit. So Zurline to kick this one back to Philadelphia. Watkins wants nothing to do with the kick. He'll call for the fair catch in the end zone. Eagles up 18 with the football. Again, I'm not sure what's going through Coach Bacchus' mind right now. This is a tough spot. In a lot of games, when you're up 18, it's usually like, all right, let's not take our foot off the gas. But here, part of you wants to play conservative and just run the football, get big plays, and not turn it over. But there's a knowing that you got to make a big play here because these Jets, they're gonna send you their best shot in the second half. And that's a good answer there from Miles Sanders. Great way to start the drive off as he picks up 14 yards on the ground. And Jordan Whitehead, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, making the tackle. He came over, of course, in free agency for New York. That was one of their big signings. As the Jets sending pressure, Hurts again hooking up with Sanders. First down as a nice open field tackle made by Ashton Davis. And you're seeing every time that the Jets send that cover 0 blitz, the Eagles have a response for it. They've found their check down, they found their hot read time and time again on that. Here's a run for Sanders, that trap run. First down again. So 3 Miles Sanders plays on this drive have yielded 3 Philadelphia first downs. Jets defense urgently begging to make a play here. Just have not done it thus far today. Eagles offense has been able to do whatever they wanted. This time, Hurts will keep. Picks up blocks. First down again. Breaks a tackle. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts. Second rush today. 3rd touchdown today. Eagles up big here in the Super Bowl. 45-20. Goodness gracious, what a day from Jalen Hurts.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
So it is now a 4-possession game, and the Eagles, of course, Jets, not going for 2 points there. Of course, you're going to go for two, try to make it a two-possession game, but because they didn't do that, now it's a four-possession game instead of it being a three-possession game. So 6:07 to go. Jets are now going to be in that point where you're going to have to go four-down territory for the remainder of the game. And any chance of them running the football again may have also gone out of the window. So, New York, from their own 19-yard line, empty set. Three-man rush from Philly. Wilson backing, and he's hit as he's thrown. This could be an intentional grounding. See a flag down? Yes, it will be. So matters just continue to get worse for the New York Jets as Zach Wilson hit hard there. And this is a safety watch here. Now at their own 3-yard line. 2nd and 26 to go. Wilson, it's batted down and incomplete. Fortunate that Marcus Epps didn't get his second hand on that one. That could have been a house call. So the sack on first down and incompletion on second yields the third down and a country mile. It's going to be a 3rd and 26 from the Jets' 3-yard line. Wilson again in an empty set. Running to his left. And it looks like he's going to take off and run. No, he wants to throw late, and this will be an illegal forward pass as Moore gets all the way to the 30-yard line, but it will not count. So the illegal forward pass will be a yard penalty because it's half a distance to the goal, and it will be a 3-and-out for New York. Spencer Mann from his own goal line. This is never a spot you want to see your punter in. As he's going to try to get this one away, and he does, working it to the near sideline where the ball goes out of play right at midfield. Eagles have the ball after scoring the touchdown. Jalen Hurts has been spectacular today on the ground. Eagles have run the ball all over New York today with some serious passion, dedication, the ground and pound, and just grittiness from their front five. I mean, if you just watch what this offensive line is doing, they are paving lanes as you see another big run. Miles Sanders is loose across the 30 to the 27. And man, oh man, these Eagles are hungry for this Super Bowl. Again, first time that they've ever been here in the NFASL. Jets making their 3rd appearance, I want to say, in the NFASL Super Bowl. As Sanders cuts it back. He's still on his feet inside the 10, down to the 7, make it the 8-yard line, as that will put Miles Sanders across 100 yards on the ground. Eagles gashing New York for 262 on the ground today. My goodness. Hurts under center. It's Sanders. Again, he cuts back, but this time the Jets are on it. Sitting in there was Sheldon Rankins along with Jordan Whitehead to make the tackle at the 9. Clock continuing to drip. We're under 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Sanders trying the other side. We have a penalty as Whitehead with another tackle. This one's going to be against Philadelphia. The Grizzly veteran Jason Kelsey called for a holding penalty. That'll back the Eagles up to the 7-yard line for third down. So the Eagles will spread this formation with 5. Hurts will call his own number, and he's knocked down at the 4-yard line. So it looks like the Eagles are just going to play it safe, take the points. This would extend the lead to 28, and it would keep it at a 4-possession game. But with the amount of time left, about 12 minutes of game clock left, New York basically has to be perfect from here on out if they want to get back into the game. And for the Eagles, again, it looks easy when you're up big, but this is always difficult when you have a huge lead in a game, especially one like this in the Super Bowl. You don't want to play not to lose, but at the same time, you don't want to be too aggressive and give the opponent a chance back into the game. Again, the best way to do that is start it on defense here. Don't give up a touchdown. Don't give up any points. Get them off the field, get the ball back for your offense, and continue to run clock. Of course, for the Jets, like we said, they're going to have to be perfect here. And that's a good way to start. Completion to Moore. Out at the 45. Yep, that'll be a gain of 20. And that's a good drive starter for New York as Zach Wilson able to get back onto some positive play calling. Wilson under center will drop back to throw. Now looks to the right, and he is intercepted by Bradbury. James Bradbury, the 4th, with a huge play for Philadelphia, and there's a whole quarter to play, so I will not say it, but man, things are looking good for the Philadelphia Eagles. There's a handoff. Sanders tackled immediately by Quinnen Williams. And he's been a player we have not heard from today. That is usually the run stuffer and run stopper for this Jet defense. Again, the Quinnen Williams, talented D lineman out of Alabama, but haven't heard too much from him today. Sanders trying to push it to the outside. Bryce Hall cannot stop him, and Sanders close to a first down. Final minute of the third quarter here from Glendale. Super Bowl 49. Philadelphia Eagles up 28 on third down and inches here. Come out and goal line. See, Hurts is going to call the sneak. Did he get the first down? I don't think so. He actually lost a yard there. And the Jets get a quick 3 and out. So after the interception from James Bradbury, Philadelphia goes 3 and out. And they will not snap the ball because the clock has hit triple zeros here in the third quarter. 10 minutes left in the Super Bowl 49 here on the NFASL network. Aaron Sipos to punt this away for Philadelphia as we begin the final quarter. You see the score, 48-20. And the betting man would tell you that Jalen Hurts right now is the front runner for Super Bowl MVP. Barrios on the return, another tackle immediately made by Avonte Maddox, who does have a pick 6 in the game. So Zach Wilson and this Jet defense, check that Jet offense, held to 7 points here in the second half. Wilson across the middle, caught by Ruckert. He has been busy this evening. The Jets, of course, are going to hurry back to the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles will call a timeout. They did not like what they saw defensively there. And 27 seconds into the fourth quarter, we have a stoppage. And I think the most alarming statistic of this game is the rushing yards. Jets have -2 yards as this one is caught by Moore. Man, it's a 50-50 ball that goes the Jets' way. Out of bounds at the 44. The Eagles have run for almost 300 yards on this Jet defense. I mean, that is just unheard of. And especially in a Madden like this one where the passing game has really picked up the pace. To see a team run for almost 300 yards brings a tear to my eye as this ball's underthrown, and it actually helps out as Elijah Moore able to come back for his quarterback. Jets now inside the red zone. On a quick 20-yard pickups there. Wilson, end zone, incomplete. Try to hit up with Elijah Moore one more time. Again, I don't know what the largest comeback is in NFASL history, but 28 points in the fourth quarter would be quite the feat if it's able to be pulled off by the Jets. But for the Eagles, again, it's the same thing. You want to make sure you don't give up a touchdown here, and they don't. That one's caught, and yet again, Davis can't get the second foot down. Had the same thing happen to him on the 2-point conversion. So Davis not helping out his quarterback. Sets up third down from the 13-yard line. To the left, it's caught. Davis does make the catch this time, but a fantastic tackle by Kaiser White. First and goal. 8 minutes to play now. Wilson will have an easy touchdown. Eagles ran commit that time, and the Jets score. That is Garrett Wilson's second touchdown of the Super Bowl, and Zierlein will come out here for the extra point. This will make it a 3-possession game, and with 8 minutes to go, I'm a little curious. I wonder if you go with the onside kick here if you're the Jets. Looks like they won't. Just thinking, like, 3 possessions here, you got to get a quick stop. You'd get the ball back. If you do it right, maybe with a minute, 2 minutes come off the clock, you get it back with 5:58. You'd have to score quickly, and then maybe you could pull it off. I think if best case scenario for New York, you got to get it down to 14 with like 5 minutes to play. For the Eagles, of course, you want to keep running this ball, keep getting first downs, continue to get this clock down to 0. As Hurts takes a big shot there, as the Jets finally able to stop that read option play. Hurts has been killing New York with that all day long. So loss on first down, second down. Hurts with an empty set here. Here comes pressure. Eagles offense do a nice job picking up. It's Avonte Smith. That's his first catch today in the fourth quarter, and he's close to first down yardage. Have him down at the 35. And the Eagles with that last play go over 450 yards of total offense. So another third and inches, 6:39 to play. Hurts getting the goal line. Sneak again. This time I think he's got it. He does. First down, Philadelphia. Huge first down as the clock will continue to churn. So again, for the Jets, I think I was right there. You would have had the ball back with 5:40 left to go, down by 3 possessions. But now, you might have to start thinking about calling timeouts. Here's a handoff here for Miles Sanders. He's tackled immediately at the 36. As we're on clock watch here, 5:45 to go and counting. Philadelphia Eagles today ran almost 300 yards of total rushing offense, 450 of total. As Sanders trying to find the edge, can't do it. Tackle up to 36. And this will bring us to a 3rd down and 10 as Sherwood makes his 2nd tackle of the Super Bowl. And I'm trying to remember how last Madden went with the AFC versus NFC Super Bowl tally. Let's see. I know that Toby won a couple Super Bowls. We know KC won, so there's 3. And I think we only did 5 seasons. So there you go, 3-2 AFC. So right now, as it stands, the NFC would have taken the first Super Bowl. Again, a lot of football left. First down on 3rd down. What a play call and what a run from Miles Sanders. Again, I'm going to give credit to the left guard and left tackle. Mailata did a nice job of clearing out a lane. And this run up the middle for Sanders won't pick up too much. And at this point, we're under 4 to go. Jets have not called any of their timeouts. Not sure if they're hoping they can get the ball back on a turnover or if they are waving the white flag. But either way, clock continuing to run down. And we're getting closer and closer to, I guess, what in some people's minds would be the end of the world. Not for me, man. This is a day I have been looking forward to for about 4 or 5 years. Philadelphia Eagles in their first Super Bowl ever with Coach Joey Bacchus at the helm. 0-4 in Super Bowls, and Miles Sanders might put the hay in the barn here as he is loose again to the 22-yard line. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say it, folks. I think the Philadelphia Eagles have done it. I think that will do it. What a day where we've seen the Eagles run for 300-plus yards against the New York Jets. They turned Zach Wilson over twice late in the 2nd quarter, and that was honestly the difference. They played keep away in the 2nd half. They did a great job of turning over Zach Wilson a couple more times, and we're going to see quarterback knees. So now the Jets will call their timeouts, so the Eagles will have to call maybe a couple more plays, but wow. We're seeing history here, folks. And this is one of those special moments here in the NFASL. It's one thing to be a guy that wins multiple Super Bowls, but there is nothing like that first one. You can ask Coach Saul, the Buffalo Bills, Coach Zach, Coach ATK, Coach Kyle. I'm sure I'm forgetting other people that have won one Super Bowl, but there is nothing more special than hosting that Lombardi the first time here in the NFASL, having the whole chat tag you saying good shit, congratulations, as this field goal is good. That'll push us to a 51 to 27, 24-point lead for Philly. As you see, you're looking at the sideline, you see Coach Bacchus, he's starting to feel it now. That Gatorade bath is looming. And the monkey, proverbial monkey, can be ripped off the bat. Somebody can go ahead and put that Steve Young gif in the chat. I know Joey is going to play a Merrill Reese snippet from their actual Super Bowl. So if your ears get deafened, that's why. As we're seeing a timeout called by the Eagles. Want to get into the right defensive formation here. So last drive from New York. For the New York Jets team, again, season 1, to do what they did, get to the Super Bowl with this roster, it could spell doom for the AFC. You know these Jets are only going to get better as that lob is caught by Ruckert, as we have an injured Jet, Connor McGovern. Oh, that does not look good either. He cannot get to his feet, holding his left knee. But we know the Jets are going to improve. They're going to make plays, make some splash moves in the free agency. They got plenty of money to work with. So we got to keep an eye on this team. They could be in the Super Bowl multiple times here. As we see Breece Hall dance out of bounds. And yeah, I was right about that injury to McGovern. That's a knee cartilage tear. If this happened in the Super Bowl in real life, I don't think he'd be back until like week 4 of the regular season of the following year. So we'll see how Madden does with that. But we got a lot to look forward to. Off-season draft, free agency. I know someone's going to make the splash, whether it's Conk or Icy. Somebody's going to make that splash for that quarterback because we have a Hail Mary. And that is caught by Rucker.
Get up.
And we also have another injury. That's Mekhi Becton, who will, we have a timeout now. There's a lot going on. Shoulder strain for Becton. He'll come back out there for this two-point conversion. But the Hail Mary, it's a little too late for the Jets, but another nice play there from Ruckert, who, I have to say, he played his heart out today. Wilson, quick throw. He's going to have the two-point conversion to Moore. And it's now a 16-point deficit. So here we go. This onside kick will wrap it up. Jets don't get it. The game is over, and the Eagles will be our Super Bowl champions. And that's the case. Brown has it. He goes down, and that's it. We have a minute 13, but there is no more timeouts from the Jets. Jalen Hurts will have to take, I think, 2 knees, and then that will be it. Now, here's the big question. What do you do if you're Joey with Jalen Hurts after what he just did? I know for a fact his stock just went way up. But you have a chance to get a top 3 quarterback. I don't know what you do. It's a tough situation. If it's me, I keep Hurts. But, I mean, man, house money, man. House money. So these are words that I'm about to say that have taken, gosh, I think maybe 8 or 9 years. But Coach Joey Bacchus is an NFASL Super Bowl champion. It's over, folks. The Eagles have done it. 51-35, our final score. And Coach Bacchus can rip the monkey off his back. Jalen Hurts can't believe it. Look at him. Oh, he's in disbelief. I love that scene there. Eagles fans are going crazy. Oh, my goodness. There are men in the streets right now. I actually live in Philadelphia, and I'm looking outside right now. People are climbing the street poles. This is outstanding. Fires. There's people honking their horns, saying this is the greatest day of their life as they look towards their wife and children. It's just a hectic scene here in Philadelphia, and here comes the Lombardi. Each player, of course, gets to touch the Lombardi trophy as you see a selected number of players standing up there on the float. And there it is. Take your snapshots, folks. Jalen Hurts, you are a Super Bowl champion. And boy, did he ball out in this game. I would be shocked if he's not the Super Bowl MVP. Philadelphia, stand up your team after, let's be honest, just being tortured for 10 years by Coach Mel Blaze. Joey Bacchus gets them in 1 year and takes them to the Super Bowl. So I'm going to utter this right now. Moon, what were you doing, man? What were we doing? We take a look at some of these highlights. Man, oh man, oh man. The pick 6 from Maddox. Jalen Hurts to start out with the fireworks, the 2 touchdowns. But, man, just the camaraderie and the complimentary football the Eagles played today. Of course, they're going to come out on top. So that will do it here for season number 1. We'll have Coach Joey Bacchus on the NFASL pod as part of our season 1 recap to talk about his Super Bowl run. But congratulations to Coach Joey Bacchus. First Super Bowl win. Long time coming. I couldn't be happier for the man. And for the Jets, we know they'll be back. So that'll do it here for season 1. I'm Thomas Jones IV, wishing you all a happy, safe, and healthy offseason. Madden, please let us get to season 2 with no hiccups. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful night.